welcome back. I've actually already vlogged this morning from my last video. I unboxed a coat, and when I unboxed it the lighting was terrible, so I did it again this morning. I thought I would again do a vlog today. I have just spent the day getting on top of housework really. Vlogged a bit this morning, as I said, did the dogs, and I'll just show you. I'm just ready to make myself a cup of tea because my allergies are playing up now, because I have been getting some stuff out to do up the kitchen. So I have added a few bits to our kitchen and I really like it. So when we had the kitchen done, I just kind of left it like pretty bare. So I got some things out. I'll go from this side. So I found this again, because we haven't fully unpacked. We've got like a spare room where all just decorative things that we haven't found a place for yet are currently sat. So found these 3 pictures. I do want to hang them on the wall. I just don't know where the hooks are for it, but I want them 3 along there. We do need to get some blinds for here. Did some plants to the sink. So these ones here are fake. This one is a real. Chris's auntie Lizzie gave it to me. This one is also fake, and then there's obviously a watering can. The watering can is just so I can obviously water that flower before I plant it in the garden. I did this in, and then the cookbooks, and then I have also moved around the collection of coffee additives. So yeah, it's just added a bit more colour, and this little candle here, I've taken it from the dining room. Looks quite nice, just looks a little bit more homely, rather than just having it really bland. So I've got a little veggie where we keep all the potatoes and onions and things there. I bought that ages ago and I still absolutely love it. And then just our grocery bags and things. But I'm very, very fussy on a kitchen. I think a kitchen's got to be my favourite room of the house, and I'm also a very simplistic person. I like things to be very simple, but I just wanted to add a little bit more colour. I also want some shelves along here, and probably one here as well. So I don't know about where to put these pictures actually. I might just have them quite low, then maybe have a shelf above, or maybe just hang them just now, and then when I get some shelving I might put some shelves there, or put the pictures there and some shelves along here. That might be better actually, but we'll see. But that's what I've been on with this morning. But because I've been in our digging about in our boxes, there's obviously dust there, and I am terribly allergic to dust. So anyway, I'm always having my cup of tea, and I've had some tablets. But yeah, I think it looks quite nice. I will take you guys with me on a walk out onto the fell with the dogs. I'm going to go for a snowy walk with the dogs. So I'll take you guys with me on that. Hopefully my hands don't freeze too much, but I'm just away to finish some admin. And then I've got clients this evening. I also wanted to make a pie, so I might do that too. So I brought one of each breed. I've got little baby Springer Cedar who's just running around, and then I've got May, Ada and Ivan. So just a small group for a bit of a nice snowy walk. Very, very cold. But I'm testing out my new jacket. So far so good. to see if Ada could maybe find some grouse for you guys. Ada, get on. Ada. Girl. Good girl. Good girl. Good lass. There's one. One settling in there. Good girl. Not you. You're naughty. You're just eating snow. You're useless. Useless. Good girl. Cedar? No. Cedar. Yeah, later. Cedar. Cedar. Good girl, Ada. Good girl. Oh, great. On point. Over the hill. Good girl. Good girl. Two there. Oh well, I best go and get the rest of my other dogs now. Ada, good girl. Ada, come. Good girl. Clever Smoggy. Clever Smoggy. Oh. No, good girl. Was that fun? So, we don't do a lot of pointing with our Vizslas, just for the fact that they're mainly picking up dogs or beating dogs, so a lot of the time we're asking them to push in constantly on their point, which we have started when we're doing grouse count. I'm not sure what it was. It was the point, trying to get, like, allow them to have the time to point. So we did our own grouse count. Awesome. Can we just appreciate my other two dogs at the moment? Can you spot the other two? Right there, waiting patiently. They're good, aren't they? Aiden! Good girl. Aiden. Yeah, come. May! Oh, Flurry. Oh. Down. Right, stop it. Ada, come on. Come on, May. Good girl. Good girl, May. So yeah, we don't do much of the pointing with them because we don't really need it. We haven't ever really done our own counting for the grouse until this year. So we've never really needed the Vizslas to hold a point because they point sometimes when they're beaten for birds. Not everybody can. May, here. May, here. And, God, I've gone all rosy red. Yeah, so they point sometimes when they are beating for Chris, and I won't lie, they've definitely pointed out picking up as well. Like, I've had Ada like absolute miles away from me on point to a dead bird in her younger years, which isn't convenient at all. But she doesn't do that now. She's experienced now, and Alka's the same. She's not really done that. She's quite experienced. But they don't really get much opportunity with us to hold the point and learn that that's, you know, what we also want. We're always pushing them through it. So it was really nice this year to actually have them grouse count and actually allow them to experience that side of what comes natural to them, and for us to watch it as well, and it be something that's useful. Oh, just flushed a load of partridge. She's not the best at holding it because she's always waiting for us to push it on, or if she can hear us coming in naturally. Like, she's good for Chris on the grouse because she already knows now that she'll hold a point until he gets so far, and then she'll just automatically take it in. So yeah, she's not the best at holding her point, but when she's doing the grouse counts and we're like allowing them to do that, so they did her own grouse counts, it was really nice to allow her to hold that. And it was so lovely. She was great at it. Sit. But at the moment I knew that she wouldn't be the best at it, but it's so lovely to have the ability just to be able to watch a dog work like that. That's what I love about the HPRs, is that they're very different. And there's obviously that point is, I think it's when it's right, when they get it right, it's amazing to watch. But yeah, I just thought she'd maybe allow me at least to get up close to maybe get some footage. So hopefully some of it's good. Sit on your bottom. Ada, sit on your bottom. Ada. It's all frozen. Good girl. Heel. Excuse me. Thank you. I'm not sure what was going on with my phone. Look how red I am. But it said it was dead, and it just turned off, and then I've just come in to put it on charge, and it was on again. So apologies, but I didn't get much more after. Well, I don't know when it turned off, but I didn't get much. I didn't film the whole walk, basically. Look at these lot. What are you doing? What are you doing? Want biscuits? Biscuits? One biscuit, please? Biscuit, please? Come on the bed. Shut up, yo. Get your beard. Get your beard. Get your beard. I brought them all in the house before I feed them. See, they get out there because I thought, well, I'm cold, so they'll be cold. So Aiden, yeah. No, I'm bed. Bed. Ada, nicely. Nice. I don't know. Nicely. 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 Bed. Bed. Nice. Good. Ada. See, good girl. Biscuit. You gotta eat it. You can't just lick it. See that. See that. That was mayhem. Everyone's had a biscuit. And now they can just warm up a little bit before I feed them. Thought I'd give them some inside time to warm up a bit before tea, because I made myself a sticky toffee hot chocolate for my Yeti. And I don't know why I'm using the Yeti now. I don't need it in my Yeti. Actually, I might put it in my Yeti and take it while I feed the dogs. But yeah, I made myself this. It'll still be warm in my velvetizer, I think. Should be. Tends to be. Perfect. Jacket. Fab. Love it. So happy with it. I wasn't cold at all. And I feel like if I was going to feel the cold in it, I would have felt the cold in it today, because you can tell by my rosy red cheeks, it's very cold. On my last video, I bought this jacket from Dubai. I would let you guys know how I get on with it, so I thought today was a good test. But yeah, nice and warm. So these guys have come in, they've had a biscuit, and they're now settled on the bed, but I'm going to do the dinner. I don't know what time it is. And then I'm going to do my dinner. So that's me fed my dogs, and now I'm on my way to do our dinner. I'm going to do pie, but I've not got very long because I've got clients tonight. I've got online clients tonight. So I had someone say to me the other day on one of the comments, they asked how I managed to split my time between my dogs. Now, obviously, I don't get to do what I've just done with them all every day. And that is just the reality of it. I mean, they all get walked. Obviously, I give them plenty of attention and training and time, but I do enjoy just I did a video not that long ago about how, you know, it's been hard having a few pups, and I realised that the dogs definitely know that they can get away with more when I'm not concentrating as much. Out with Leanne yesterday, I was sort of saying to her, because she has 8 dogs herself, I was saying to her, oh, do you take all of your dogs all the time? And she said yes. And instantly I felt guilty because I don't do that. And then when I was talking to her about why I don't do that, I obviously remembered why I don't do that. And she had her own reasons for why she did do that, because of where she lived and the sort of environment that she brought the dogs up in. So not everybody can walk straight onto a grouse moor from their home. Always, as she's gradually gotten more dogs, she's always had to put them in the car and take them for a walk. So obviously she would take them all. The reason I didn't do that, I mean, I used to, where we were before, I used to walk them all on the fell, same way I do here, but like a 10-15 minute walk twice a day. Nothing like, when I say we're going on an adventure, I mean like chucking them in the car and going somewhere new, or like what we've just done there. I mean, I have done that with all of them, but that's where I feel like there was a difference between like our daily walks that we do just to get to the toilet and to obviously get out of the kennel and have a bit of a run around, to when we're actually going for a proper walk. I tend to split my dogs up and take a handful of them, mainly because when we were doing it at the weekend. Yeah, we were going somewhere that gave the dogs a good chance to not only socialise but also have some more quality time with us. So we didn't really want them to have that sort of diluted more than what it already was, because we've got so many of them. Depends on what. So when someone asked me, you know, how do I split my time, training is fairly even. I'll do a lot of group training because that's what I need to do now. Obviously the younger dogs get more one-to-one. or if I've got things to work on specifically, I'll do one-to-one. Again, I'll just take it in turns with other dogs. Just depends on what I'm feeling like, what they're feeling like. But when it comes to, I quite like to have it that the dogs aren't fighting for my attention when I have like a big walk, when I go for like an hour walk or something like that, like hour, almost just relaxing, no training, just enjoy yourself. I quite like to have maybe 3 or 4 and then give them, just almost treat them like a pet, basically. Someone asked me, you know, how do you divide your attention? I think it's just down to personal preference as well, because as I said, my friend who's got quite a few dogs, she likes to take them all of the time, whereas I try, and I've even got a list on my phone where I mark who's been out. So again, you will have seen that we'll go out for lunch somewhere dog friendly, and we will take a dog or 2, and I'll note it all down so that everyone gets their fair turn. It sounds silly, but my dogs are not just, you know, work or like, you know, they're a hobby for me. And I think I've said this before, that when I go away with my dogs, either whether I go on holiday or whether I go on, one of my friends has been in a trial today and she's just texted me, so I'm really like, oh, I'm intrigued to read this message, so I'm going to stop this and read this message. So it's only her second trial, and on her first trial she got a certificate of merit, and on this trial she has got Gun's choice and 4th, so that's really, really good. And she actually has Tilly's half sister, so that's really interesting. But yeah, 2 of my good friends have currently started their trialing careers and they're both doing amazing. So it's really exciting to see. It's not something I'm hugely, I don't know. I don't think it's something I will do. I get asked that a lot as well. Am I interested in trialing? I think that it's maybe not for me. A few reasons that I won't go into. But yeah, I did consider it at one point with Thor, as some of you might know. Oh God, I wish I'd defrosted this earlier. Trying to break up a big pile of beef. Yeah, I contemplated it with Thor and we trained for it, and obviously he had his injury and that put things on hold and kind of changed things a little bit. But yeah, I'm not going to get into it, but they trial spaniels, not Labradors. I don't think it's for me. At this moment in time, I don't think it's for me. Whether I'll change my mind in the future, I don't know. But anyway, back to what I was saying about the dogs. I try and divide my time up as best as I can. No, I don't give them one-to-one every single day. I will hold my hands up and say that. I think it's hard to do that. But depending on how you look at it, depends on what you think is good for a dog. So for me, I don't want to give my dogs one-to-one every day because I don't want them to expect that. My dogs are really happy just being in the kennels. As I said, especially in winter time, they've usually got a buddy. Mine always have a buddy anyway, because I do believe that dogs should learn to share. I'm not there to teach them, you know, that's your space, that's your space, that's your space, or anything like that, to be on top of them. So I need them to be able to sort it out amongst themselves. So I always bring the dog up learning that they have to share space, because for whatever reason, if I need to put them together, I've got a lot of dogs, I need them all to just get on. So, you know, they all do get on. They are paired quite cleverly to suit everybody, but they all get on. I could put anybody in with anybody and they would get on. I don't want my dogs to be super stimulated anyway by me, and that's another thing. I feel like a huge part of my training is that when I am with my dogs, I spend good quality time with my dogs. Treat them like pets in some ways, but then they are also working dogs and they are also gun dogs. I genuinely think I've got such a good relationship and bond with all of my dogs, every single one of them, and that they want to work for me, apart from Ada. We argue a lot, but I do think we have a good relationship, and when we spend that time together, when we are, whether it's training, whether it's just walking, whether it's working, I just think it's such valuable time, and I want the dogs to know that so that they work for me better, and I do think it works better that way. Anyway, I'm going to crack on with my dinner because, as I said, I don't have lots of time and I've still got quite a bit of work to do tonight. I've got some clients to see, I've got some online clients tonight, so I do Zoom calls, one-to-one Zoom calls where I do training sessions, and I've got a few booked in tonight. So I'm going to crack on, get dinner, and then hopefully Chris will be back in time for us to eat together before he goes back out to work and I crack on with work. But thank you for watching again. Hopefully it's been a decent video because obviously my phone was playing up, but hopefully I got some nice footage, and thank you guys for watching.